Good morning, dear student. In the previous class, we have discussed about why the new economic policy was compulsory or required for the Indian economy, or we can say why in 1991 it was necessary for implementation of this new economic policy, that is liberalization, privatization and globalization, that is LPG. The one reason, that is the crisis of 1991, though we have discussed yesterday the many reasons behind it. The one was the now Indian foreign exchange reserve in exchange reserve in India was too low, so that it is only not sufficient for importing the raw material, that is the fossil fuel from the Gulf countries. We were in the financial crisis, so for uh, for coming out from this financial crisis, Indian government appealed to the IMF and World Bank. IMF and World Bank, that is popularly known as IBRD, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, for for the loan of $7 billion. But these both international agencies kept the condition that okay, the loan will be granted to India only if the Indian government improve the some economic condition in India. These conditions were removing restriction on the private sector, second reducing the role of government in many areas, and third removing trade restrictions. So in new economic policy, the government have adopted the this new policy, that is LPG. Let us today discuss about the what is LPG, or what is liberalization, privatization and globalization, one by one. First of all, liberalization. The word liberalization is used in day to day life. If anybody is liberal to you, it simply means that the person is not going to unnecessary interference with your activity. Unnecessary, I am taking, it does not mean the complete freedom, but it is the free from unnecessary restriction. If a teacher is liberal to you, then it means that the teacher thinks that till you do not commit a blunder mistake, the teacher is not going to uh, scold you rather than shout on you. So now liberalization in a economic sense, that it have the two meaning. First of all, deregulation and the reduction of the government control and the greater autonomy to the private sector. First of all, regulation to making rules, that is called the regulation. Deregulation, let them deregulation is just opposite of making law. They are free whatever they want to do, but whatever not, they are in some control. They cannot do the illegal activities definitely should be controlled by the government. But if for their benefit, if they want to, if their benefit, their shareholders benefit, their employers benefit, or our economies benefit, if they are taking any steps, government should not control them. That is the deregulation. Another one is reduction of government control. And before 1990 or 1950 to 1990, there was a licensing system. If you want to import, you have to take permission from government. If you have to sell your product in Africa and America, again you have to take the permission from the government. Now the government reduces this licensing system. Whatever you want to free, means export of the goods and imports of the raw material you can do without the taking prior of the government. That is reduction of government control and a greater autonomy. Autonomy means if I am autonomous means I am dependent on me. Autonomous do not totally rely upon the government. That is autonomy. A private investment. Now you can, if you are a entrepreneur, you can attract the investment either from the Japan, you can attract the investment from the even USA and global world, even from, you can arrange the funds from the different nations and different, that is the called autonomy of private, to make economy more competitive. Now you might be knowing Indian industries are competing with the slowly with the whole globe. We have the topmost automobile sector and the topmost, I have told you, pharmaceutical sector, and we have good metal industry, good chemical industries, and this is comparison. Again, under this process, business is given free hand, is allowed to run on a commercial line, and you can commercialize yourself without unnecessary interference. Remember, liberalization do not give you complete freedom not, it is a autonomy in a sense. If you are going to do some wrong or illegal activities, definitely government is going to punish you, but if you are doing correct thing for your betterment, and then government will not interfere in this case. That is called the liberalization. Now, the purpose of liberalization. The purpose of liberalization was to unlock the economic potential of the country by encouraging private sector and multinational corporation to invest and expand. Now, first thing, economic potential. Remember, I have told you earlier, the government cannot play a role of an entrepreneur. Remember, keep this thing in your mind. The government organization, that's why you will find many of the government organization who are in loss. Many of the though government main purpose is not to earn a profit, though but if the government main source of income, that is collected from us as a tax, if goes on a fulfilling loss of an entrepreneur of an organization, definitely these organization, yeah, loss making, these enterprises should be hand over to the private sector. So so remember, a country's economic progress only can be achieved through the private corporate sector. For this purpose liberalization was necessary. And now many multinational company, most of the multinational company Indian born and abroad oriented, all multinational companies, if they come to us, it will give more benefit to us, because employment opportunities, our land, and there is a many benefits from the multinational company. Second, to introduce much more competition into the economy and creating incentives for increasing efficiency of operation. The main lacking in the public enterprises was lack of efficiency or inefficiency, we call it. If a what is inefficiency, I will explain with an example. If a laborer, by working 8 hours, the labor can produce, if 100 carton box means that paper one box, but in a public sector enterprises, the production capability will be 25. The ability was of 100, but the production was of 25, means the labor only produces one fourth of its productivity. That is called the inefficiency, but the salary is taken full. If But in private sector, this inefficiency was not there. Private sector knows, if the labor is paying for 100 cartoons, Then if the labor is producing only 25 cartons, means one fourth of three-fourth of the salary will be deducted. But in government organization these type of facility is not there. So to increase efficiency means increasing the productivity of the laborers and other things. So these was the main two purpose, the economic reform taken by the government. Now how to liberalize? Economic reform taken for the government under liberalization under include the four in following. Number first, industrial sector reform. These are the five: financial sector reform, tax reform, foreign exchange reform, and trade and investment policy reform. Let us discuss these reform in detail one by one. First one is industrial sector reform. Industrial sector, as you know, the industrial sector. Second, in order to make necessary reform in the industrial sector, the government introduced new industrial policy on July 24, 1991. The various measures under industrial policy reform include. Now for this purpose, industrial sector reform, now government introduce a one policy or one act, you can say, that is industrial policy. That date was July 24, 1991. That the main purpose in this industrial policy was number first, reduction in industrial licensing, or you can say abolition of industrial licensing. Licensing is totally not abolished, cannot be abolished. If you are importing or exporting hazardous or dangerous product, definitely the government, you need to take the permission. But if you are if you are uh, if you are importing and exporting the essential things, then you do not take a permission, you are not required to take the license from the government. Let us discuss this one. The new policy abolished the industrial licensing for all the project except for a short list of industries like liquor. Second, defense equipment, industrial explosive, means these are explosions. Only except these three, all other industry do not require a license from the government. Now it has also two part. No license were needed to set a new unit. If you want to set up a new enterprises, earlier you have to take the permission, but now no need to take the license from the government. Second, if no need to take permission for expand or diversify the existing line of manufacture. Now expansion and diversification in business also you might have studied. If State Bank of India having the three branches in Pithoragarh district, now SBI opened 50 more branches. It is called the expansion, because earlier we had only the few branches, now more branches were opened. That is called expansion of the business. Diversification is somewhat different. If LG was earlier producing only refrigerator, now television, mobile, and if other products are also manufactured by LG, then it becomes a diversification. If you want to diversify, if you want to produce more commodity, or if you want to open your new branches, new offices, no need to take the permission. Second, however, license is required for certain industries. I have told you earlier, but for liquor, defense equipment, and industrial exploration. Second, decrease in the role of public sector. One of the striking picture was the substantive reduction in the role of public sector in the future industrial development of the country. Now the government also felt that government is not meant for running an industry. Government cannot play a role of an entrepreneur. So slowly now the government will release the industrial sector from its control. That was the second point. The number of industry exclusively reserved for the public sector reduced from the 17 to 3. Earlier 1950 to 1990, During this 40 period, 17 industries were there where private sector are not allowed at all. Now these were reduced to three. These three were defense equipment, that is the weapons made for army purpose, atomic energy generation, atomic power plant, you might have read in class 10th, and railway transport. Remember, now railway is also now government is trying to giving the railway in a private sector. Slowly railway is also now third is also going. De-reservation under small scale industry, third point. Many good produced by small scale industries have been now de-reserved. Earlier, SSI, small scale industries, who were given some concession from the government, that so that medium and a large scale industry could not exploit the small scale industry. For avoiding the competition with the medium and the large scale industry, government have given some concession to them. Now the concession was have been removed. The investment ceiling on plant and machinery or small undertaking enhanced to rupees to 1 crore. Now if enterprises who is investing rupee 1 crore in plant and machinery is called SSI. In many industries, the market was allowed to determine the prices through the forces of market, by not by the government. Earlier, before 1990, till the period 1950 to 1990, the government, if you have a sugar industry, now the government is going to determine the price of the sugar. But now all the prices were not in control in the government. Now the market will determine the price of the sugar. Now monopolies and MRTP Act. Monopolies and restrictive trade policy. The government Baroda means introduce a tax that is called the MRTP Act. MRTP, again I am telling you, monopolies and restrictive trade practices. With the introduction of these liberalization and expansion scheme, the requirement for large companies to seek prior approval for expansion, establishment of new undertaking, merger, amalgamation, etc. were eliminated. All these purposes, you cannot make a monopoly. You have some competition within and abroad. That is the main purpose. And second, de-reservation. Now financial sector reform will be discussed tomorrow. Thank you and